Hello, hello, beautiful women. Welcome to this evening's session. Lovely to see all of you, and we're expecting a few more people to join us. So while everybody's landing, I really want to invite you to use this time to really notice what is in your environment, presence for yourself, what you need right now to take the finest care of yourself for the next 90 minutes or so. Valentina is going to be guiding us through a delicious meditation. So make sure you have something soft, something warm, that you have something to keep hydrated. And you definitely don't need to be taking notes. So really just give yourself over to the experience. And I also invite you to, you're all muted. So just use your breath, your sound, and your movement to land in the right now moment. And whilst women are still landing in the Zoom room, I also invite you to pop into the chat box where you are in the world right now. It's always exciting to see our global community and how spread out we are and how many countries and cultures and languages we're covering. And then also just pop in one or two words that capture or describe what your feeling state is right now. And I encourage you not to overthink it. Just take a breath and drop into your body, and whatever pops up. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be presentable. Whatever is there. Let's take a look. So we've got California and we've got Budapest. Roberta's in Buenos Aires. She's calm. Jen's feeling her longing. Aj's beaming in from Slovenia. We've got Kathleen in Atlanta. And Yogi from South Africa. Anastasia from the Crags in South Africa. She's feeling drained. Yeah, got that one. Amanda in Portugal, Cape Town, and lots of South Africans. Thank you for being here. We love you. Knackered, weepy. Grounding in the body, wanting to ground in the body. A deep breath. Yeah, I really feel that. Let's take a group deep breath. Let's just take one big deep breath together, and you can make a lot of noise as you just sigh that breath out and really use your breath, your sound, and your movement to release tension from your beautiful breathing body. So I imagine that there'll be a couple more people who may pop into the call, but we're going to get started. And I just briefly wanted to introduce myself and then pass over to Valentina to introduce herself. So yeah, I came to this work in my early 40s when my life actually fell apart brutally, spectacularly. It completely imploded, and reality as I knew it completely changed. And that was with the breakdown of a very important relationship that I was in, coupled with the retrenchment and the loss of a job that I was very identified with, really super identified with. And these two big losses plunged me into the underworld. And it was a really, it was a brutal time. And it was also a beautiful time in my life. And I guess what I realized was that up until that point of being plunged into the underworld, I had been living my life on the horizontal plane, wandering around in the material world, kind of mastering the masculine, acquiring some skills, establishing a career, raising a family, all those things that we do. And what I realized was that this plunge into the underworld actually put me onto a vertical axis. And I came later to see that as the feminine birthing herself through me. And it was around about that time that I met Shakti, Shakti Milan. And I actually had no language at that time. I didn't have the language of chakras, of Kundalini, of awakening. And when I met Shakti, I actually saw a teeny tiny little advert in a little magazine called Link Up. And it was an offering of a retreat that she had in the desert. And she'd called it Uncoiling the Snake. And I just knew that that was what was happening to me. It was an uncoiling of the snake. So even though I didn't have the language of Kundalini, I just had a big yes to meet this woman and to go to that retreat. And so I followed that yes. And that was really the beginning of an incredible journey that is ongoing, it's ever revealing and unfolding. And yeah, I guess, I mean, this is almost 20 years ago. And in those early years, what I really came to see that really touched me so deeply was that the more magnificent you are, the more magnificent I am. That was a real transmission that Shakti created when we gathered together as women. And just that was like a popping, a self-liberating and unraveling of a lifetime of wiring of from a patriarchal and a hierarchical kind of system that really enabled me to step out of the feeling and the identity that I kind of felt like I was a victim just because I was in a female body. And I've really spent the last 20 years almost truly devoted to this path of sexual awakening and shadow exploration, to reclaiming the bliss that is our birthright, that is my birthright. And yeah, to sharing what I believe is our pleasure purpose as female-bodied beings. And I'm really, really passionate about creating spaces for us as women, as female-bodied beings, to come together to do this very, very important work of getting clear on what it is that we really, really want, so that we can deeply know that it is we are the ones who have the power, and we are the ones who are creating the world. And I'm going to say a little bit more about that in a moment. But I first wanted to hand over to Valentina and let her introduce herself to this gathering.
Thank you, Rhianne. So delightful to listen to you talking like this. I'm feeling like all of you. I'm reading all the comments and I'm like, I'm also teary. I'm also exhausted and I'm also excited and I'm also dubious. I love this honesty, all of it. I'm feeling you deeply. I feel my body quivering, my heart pounding, and I'm feeling really vulnerable and honored to be here and humbled by your powerful presence that you're choosing to spend this evening with us, with so many other things to do. So I really thank you for choosing to share this precious time with us. You can feel I am really tearsome. My voice is cracking a little bit. And so first, I just want to tell you, for the one that don't know me, first of all, I see all of you that know me. I see so many of you that I haven't seen in a very long time. So delightful to see you here from many parts of the world. And of course, the local sister from Cape Town, thank you for keep showing up to our gathering. And for the one that don't know me, I am Italian. You might hear I've got a very strong accent, and yet I've been living in South Africa for 26 years, and my accent is getting stronger and stronger. So this maybe can just put the mind at ease if you're wondering. I feel I'm a child of this land now. I feel I've grown up here. And I'm a lover. If I have to describe myself, really, what I do in life, I spend the majority of my time loving. So I guess this is a good description of how I invest my energy. A lover and an artist of life and the aesthetic of this experience that we call living on the planet Earth. And I'm a mother also. And then I'm a teacher. I really feel that the more I land into my body and into my life, teaching becomes my supporting tool to keep getting to know myself and to keep getting to understand the current of love that animate us as human beings on the planet. So I'm still a student, even more so than a teacher. And teaching is my playground where I get an opportunity to really resource from all of you, your curiosity, your desire, and then make art together when we have each other. And I just want to add a little bit because it was so beautiful to hear you talking about Shakti and how you met Shakti. And actually, I don't remember when I first met Shakti, but the first memory I have of Shakti, it's me participating in her in-person retreat called Sexual Awakening for Women in 2012. And this, it's what we're presenting again now, what I've been invited to co-facilitate, which was my true initiation into this work. And I think the pearl I got from this teaching is that my sexuality is the wisdom of my life, is a source of personal wisdom. And for me, then, to receive this teaching, it landed like a big revelation, because until then, I used my sexuality as a trading tool. I would trade my sexuality for attention, for love, for power, for money, for value. For my sense of identity. Also, I grew up in Italy where the feminine body is very objectified. And I got to a place that as a woman, I learned to objectify myself. I didn't need any man to do it for me. I was doing it for myself, thinking that that was liberation. And in reality, I was manipulating my greatest power. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share this with all of you because I think this is the most important teaching of this current, that your sexuality, first of all, it belongs to the divine, is not even yours, but we have this tremendous opportunity to feel it moving through us. And when it moves through us, it carries so much wisdom for us to listen and join in and really start swimming in this current. And so we become devotee of this current humble servant of this current, that we also, me as a woman, I'm not objectifying and closing tight around it and using it as a thing that I trade. Instead, it's something I bow to every day. And I learn from it every day to receive guidance into this experience that we call life in the body. So yeah, I think I'll pause here. I think this is a big piece. Maybe we'll explore a little bit more of it just now when we enter into the meditation. So long as just a seed.
Thanks, Val. And yeah, we were on that retreat together.
Together.
12-day. Back in the day, we did long retreats. Now everybody wants short, quick immersions and everything all at once. And we did these
12 days. Wasn't it 12 days?
12-day was, yeah. And here is the book that Shakti wrote back in 2012. And essentially the book is an unraveling of the mysteries, the deep mysteries of our female sexuality. And that's much of what Valentina and I are going to be sharing in the year-long Sexual Awakening for Women course. And I wanted to presence Shakti right now as our third facilitator, both on the year-long course in the container, but also right here, right now in tonight's call, because Shakti had a really, really deep knowing that it is only through the awakening of our sexuality that a new world can be birthed. And that's a really powerful knowing that she had. And she really understood that it is our desire that creates, that it's this feminine power that's manifesting the planets, that's spinning the galaxies, that's moving, churning the oceans. And she deeply understood that our awakened sexual energy is a universal force of creation. And I feel like the year that we have together, the time we have together on this call, is an opportunity for us to really feel the reality of that, to feel the reality that we are the ones who have the power. Because Shakti dreamed a collective awakening taking place all over the world. And this awakening was to the knowing that our power and our freedom are right in front of us, literally just waiting for us to step into it with a yes. And she imagined many circles of women gathering around the world together, like this one. And she imagined your presence, contributing to the awakening of the feminine on the planet. And she always said that the time to take radical responsibility for everything in our reality, in our experience, is right now. And so just really welcoming the spirit and the essence of Shakti in all her human and other manifestations, ancient and timeless, to the here and now. Yeah. So we're going to plunge right in very, very, very soon and drop into an experiential practice that Valentina is going to guide. But we wanted to presence the one-year course up front on the call rather than introduce it after we've been tenderized and opened and perhaps a little pulverized by the practice. So I just wanted to share that you really don't need to take any notes. You're going to receive an email in your inbox tomorrow with a call recording, all the links that you'll need to read more about the course, to register, etc. And there's also going to be time at the end of this call for you to ask any questions that you have about the course. Yeah, and then now I just wanted to presence that as well as the online course, we have an in-person retreat that we invite you to join, and you're able to join that whether you take the course or not, but we hope that you will join us on the course and deepen in the in-person part. And that's set for in the Cedarburg in early January next year. And it's not compulsory, but it's recommended and essential if you're wanting to learn how to facilitate this work for other women and to qualify as a certified sexual awakening for women facilitator, which I know some of you are interested in that path. And then, yeah, lastly, just to say, we've got a really, really great group of women gathering to do the work together, to take this deep dive journey with Val and I. And we just really encourage you to feel, to listen to those sweet, sweet longings, those whisperings of the deepest part of your being. What is it that you most long for? And to follow that, to follow the knowing of your own beautiful heart. So with that said and out of the way, we're going to be dropping into this practice, which really is going to just give us a teeny tiny taste of the possibility of the connection between our sexuality and our hearts, or our awakened sexual energy and our awakened hearts. Because our sexuality as women is deeply, profoundly connected to the opening and the awakening of our hearts. Can't be separate. I mean, we could even say that the true opening of our sexuality is just simply not possible without the opening of our hearts. And so it's really of great value to explore the qualities of the heart chakra and how it connects with our sexual energies. Because we can talk about the unobstructed flow between our awakened sexual energy, our awakened hearts, but what we're actually really longing for is, of course, a direct experience of this. We're all longing for the direct experience of this connection that we intuitively know is available to us. This direct experience of the opening of the flow between our sex and our love, in our energetic bodies, our sexual bodies, our emotional bodies. And it's not that we're aiming for any particular state, but what we get to taste in this opening of the heart and the connection of the flow, we get to taste the beauty and the intimacy that opens up right now when we're really present with this moment exactly as it is. And I think that's a really important piece when we're working with the energies of the heart, is that it's this deep acceptance, this remaining open to life exactly as it is, no matter what's arising. So we're moving beneath the superficial layers of the heart. The heart has many, many layers. Some are superficial and they go deeper and deeper and deeper. And it also really serves us well to become aware of how this process of opening and closing of our heart at the superficial level, how is that happening in your personal life, in your messy, living, loving life, for you as a unique individual? So the noticing of that, and then really the practices that we're going to share with you really are a tool, a meditation for transforming absolutely everything that wants to move through these hearts of ours. The grief and the rage, the abandonments, the rejections, the hurts, the betrayals, the resentments. Really creating space in our hearts and using our hearts as a transformer. And it's when when we're able to stay so intimately present with these movements of the heart, that we never reject or abandon or betray what it is that we're feeling, when we really use these superficial movements of the heart as as an invitation to drop into the deeper levels of the heart and to meet ourselves there. And so, yeah, I guess this practice or these practices that we'll be sharing tonight and throughout the course are really about also coming to realize deeply that the opening of our hearts is a key element to the opening of our sexuality, for our yonis to really flower and open. The cultivating of the opening of the heart is crucial and critical and vital. And so the more we learn to listen listen from our hearts, and to allow our sex and the arousal of our genitals to actually come from the impulse of our hearts. This fire of the heart that burns up whatever is no longer true in our lives, all the things that Valentina said, the way we use our sexuality to perform and manipulate and trade and have power, allowing this incredible force of aliveness to just pulse through our bodies and really catalyzing a much finer quality of our sexuality, the awakening of that rippling blue flame, that quality in our sexuality as sexual energy starts to open up our bodies and move through our beautiful breathing bodies of love.
Let's take a
So,
deep breath, everybody. Just let this beautiful introduction land in everybody's body.
yeah, it was a lot of words, and I'm gonna hand right over to you to guide us as deep as we can go, Val.
Beautiful words, beautiful
Hmm.
words. And words penetrate also the inspiration. And I just want to add a couple of things before we go into the practice so they can also be seeds. Sex begins in the heart. We fuck with the heart and we make love with the sex. And we live in a world that is completely upside down. You know, we think the heart is for loving and it's full of romantic idea. And the genital, we just use them for fucking with a lot of disrespect and carelessness and lack of presence. And in truth, the real movement is the opposite. The heart can do some serious fucking. It's the real alchemist. It can take great intensity if we let it, if we have the courage and the bravery and the inspiration to go deeper into the deeper movement of the heart. And then the genital do the loving. The genital are tender. The genital needs a lot of care and respect and presence. And so I want to invite you to reverse in your life also when you notice that we get stuck in this idea of romantic love in the heart. No, the genital are the real romantic. They like touching and kissing and care. The heart is fierce, the heart can take on a lot. And so the real lover is the heart. Your genital are servant of the heart. Your sex take instruction from the heart. So if the heart is not open and doesn't have capacity for depth, your sexuality will always stay as shallow as your heart can go. And if the heart is afraid of feeling deeper feeling, then your yoni, your vagina, is gonna feel the great orgasm. You know, everybody wants to have the full body orgasm these days, you know, quivering for hours. But if you don't know how to take the intensity with the heart, your genital are lost. They have no one taking direction from. And so the capacity to feel will be very limited. And so let's drop into, I'm going to share my sound. Let's drop into some practice together. So I want to invite you to drop into your sitting bone. You can close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths. Exhale with your mouth open. Let the sound of your exhale soothe you a little bit, embrace you. Let the breath flow into this open channel between the heart and the sex. And allow your body to gently sway, slightly, spontaneously. And notice the connection of your jaw and your hips. So maybe take a moment to massage, help your own face to relax. And as you relax the jaw, allow your hips to gyrate a little bit, as if you're also touching the inside of your hip bones. And as you do this, you can stretch your tongue. Keep the sound going and soften your lips. So there is an immediate connection between the jaw and the pelvis. And we got a set of lips in the face, and as you know very well, there is a set of lips at the base of your pelvis, your yoni. And so relaxing the mouth really helps to also connect with the yoni, the lips of the yoni, the mouth of deeper wisdom. And then I want to invite you to bring your hands towards the heart. Maybe also give it a little massage, the tip of your finger. It is this beautiful spontaneous position that as you cup your breast, your finger just lands into the heart center, in between your breast. And so there is this double action of holding the gentleness of the breast, and at the same time gently pressing on the sternum. And maybe a little bit more breath wants to move through your body as you do this. And focus on the exhale. Lengthen the exhale. Let it unroll down your spine towards your tailbone. And let the vibration of your exhale soothe your being. And it's a way to say without words, I'm here, beloved. I'm right here. I'm here with you, beloved body, beloved heart. Beloved breasts. The breasts are our organs of penetration. This is how we penetrate the world of form. With our nipples, we penetrate the mouth of every child that is born on the planet. We nourish them with the juice that is produced in our heart. The mother milk is the juice of the heart. And his direct connection with the pure love. And think about this beauty, that a baby can live for 6 months to 8 months, completely nourished by breast milk, by heart juice. This is what we do as women. And the breasts of women have fed the whole of humanity, more or less. And just give this recognition to your breasts. Oftentimes we also project a lot of our manipulation into this breast. Give them some love, some care. And holding your heart as you're holding your breasts. And as you keep undulating, moving your body, I want to imagine the movement of your spine like a sweet snake undulating his weight. Maybe a snake in water. That's a nice image. Really out. I want to imagine the head of the snake in the place of your tailbone, the back of your pelvis. Yeah, you've got these bones that open up, that makes the hips. Imagine that could be the hood of a beautiful black cobra. In Africa, we have black cobras. And notice the head of the snake undulating and moving downwards, downwards. In Tantra, we know that to know the mystery of life, we have to enter the density of reality. We're not transcending anything. We are embracing deeper, we're loving the wisdom of our body. So the snake is moving downward, piercing the crust of the earth with his face, and the rest of the body is the body of the snake. And the last bit, it's your head. So your head is following very lightly the intention of your hips. I want to invite you to really grind your hips. You can put your hand on your belly if you like, onto your hips, onto your thighs. Feel a little bit of this beautiful density of the body of woman. In Tantra, we say that the body of woman is the body of love. It's how love finds its way into reality. It's through feminine embodiment. So you press, feel the density of your body. Maybe welcome your belly with your hand. Put your soft belly inside your hand. Receive the softness of your body. We live in a world where we are so invested in being hard. Hardness is for the masculine. The yoni and the feminine ought to be soft. The breasts are soft. The belly needs to be soft. This is how we welcome our baby that can lean on our soft body, and also the body of our lovers. We invite them into the softness of this body that receives. So take a moment to really love your belly. I know for some of us women, this is the hardest thing to do. And yet here we are to do the hard things, which is to really love to the depths of your capacity, to even love the things we don't like. And love is greater than our preferences. And then from the belly, I want to invite you to explore downward with the finger first, and perhaps all of your hand. Gently explore your yoni, your sex. With the same hand that just held the nourishing love from your breasts. The energy of your breast is still in your hand, the energy of your heart, of your belly. And now you offer that to your sex. Keep moving the body gently. so that we don't take it too seriously. Don't take it too seriously. You know how to do all of this. There are no technique. This is innate in the body of every woman. We're just remembering, we're activating the memory in the membrane of the body. We remember the wisdom of our erotic aliveness live in our membrane. I want to invite you to stroke gently your yoni, like you're stroking a baby. Hello, beloved. Here you are, beloved. Here I am, beloved. It's like in some expression of some tantric current, we recognize this movement of God finding God, love finding itself, the beloved meeting itself. And there is you meeting your body, the source of great loving wisdom. And for us women, a lot of this wisdom is held into the yoni. And when we open the heart will begin unraveling the yoni of your sex, the wisdom of your sex through the yoni. And so I want to invite you now to take an inhale, take a deep breath. And as you inhale, bring your hand up from the yoni to the heart. And as you exhale, let it drop from the heart to the yoni. Inhale into the yoni like an open mouth. Expand the heart. And then exhale from the heart, offering your breath all the way back down to the yoni. Or change the rhythm. Find your own rhythm. Connect your breath to these two centers, yoni and heart. Find your way. Maybe you want to inhale into the heart, exhale through the yoni, the mouth below. Inhale through the yoni, exhale, expand the heart in all directions. Just find your way. You can use your hand to follow this movement of energy, subtle energy. So that we can make the invisible visible through the stroking of the finger. And I really want to invite you to relax into the capacity of your heart to feel everything there is to feel, even in this moment right now. Even if you think now you cannot feel anything, well, that's a feeling. The feeling of numbness, it's a sensation. It's a feeling. Let that be in the expansiveness of your heart. And then see if you can start as you breathe in from the yoni. You suck in the air up from the cervix. We're not closing the yoni, we're not contracting, but we just suck the air up. You can even do this with your lips, like you're sucking from a straw. Like your lips are the cervix in your body. We suck in the air up, we're not holding the air. We suspend the breath and we let it what's that word? Overcome your heart. Let the breath really occupy the space of the heart. And then as you exhale, you release first the heart, then the cervix, and then let the lips of the yoni really softly exhale into space. letting the quiver of your breath become an offering from your innermost loving towards the movement of life and every human in it. And then again with your next inhale, you suck it up from the cervix upwards. You don't contract the yoni, don't close in. And then suspend the breath and let it flood the heart. And then exhale, relax into the expansion of the heart and let it all flow out of you again. Heart, cervix, yoni, world, reality. And keep exploring. There is no right way to do it. Let go of the mind that is looking for technique. There are no technique. Using the imagination. And I want you to imagine the wave of the ocean. The waves pull back. We call it the surge. The waves pull back, but she doesn't stop in the movement. The waves pull back to gather more energy to then give herself to the shore again, right? There is the next wave that come and froth into the wave. And then there is a slight surge, that same waves come back. This is how, when we inhale and we suck into the cervix, that's the surge of the wave coming back, resources into the ocean of bliss, your own heart that has enormous capacity for love. And then your next exhale is that wave giving itself out, flooding the shore. Let it come out of the depth of your being. Keep undulating the body, keep moving. The ocean is in continuous movement. Even the movements are slow. Don't freeze. Don't take it too seriously. Don't think about it. Keep the breath flow. If you stop breathing, you'll go into your mind. There are no techniques. You know all of this. Just let the body remember. And maybe with your inhale, you want to let your arm expand and stretch sideways. Let them float into the space, dancing in the sky. Let your exhale to carry the sound of pleasure. Let it inform the room you're in, the space you are sharing right now. From your innermost self, you inhale the depth of your heart. Exhale through the yoni, through the tip of your finger. Let the exhale to move along your arms. Let your hand stroke the space around you. Like you're meeting a lover. Here it is, beloved. Remember early when I say sexuality is not even yours. If you're looking for the orgasm that is yours, you will never find it. Sexuality is the movement of reality traversing you. It's also called life force. It's not yours to hold on to and to control and to do things with it. It's yours to feel it. So let this wave traverse you and awaken deeper listening sensation in the body. Feel every little ripple, every single cell in your body responding to the sound of your free exhale, unfettered by story. The story you tell to yourself about yourself. Let them go. Let this body be free to love just because it can. Just because it's designed to. What would we feel to Love freely from the whole body. Untamed, unbounded. You becoming one with the heart of reality, pulsating the rhythm of life. It happened, it started before you, it will carry on after you. But in this moment, here you are gifted this ability to sense and be present with this mystery of existence. Eros moving through your body to sustain life beyond your life. This is the gift of our Eros, to touch infinity, to touch eternity in this moment, just by riding your breath. Let it penetrate your heart with every breath. Let yourself be penetrated by your desire to know yourself, to love more. With every exhale, let your heart penetrate the world. Not from your identity, but from this erotic aliveness that lives through you, as you, for you, in spite of you, supporting you. I want to invite you to really allow your arms to move in space, your spine undulate until the sound is dancing you. And there is no one here but your erotic aliveness experiencing itself. Longing, let your longing be here. Let your longing move your lips, your longing to be one with the heart of reality, the longing to stop doing and just finally be here, be everything there is to be. Your yoni wide open inside your heart as one and the same. The yoni in the heart in the yoni. Yoni is a name for vagina. Vagina in the heart, your heart in your vagina. Just let this marriage happen right now. In this moment of eternity, right now. And then we spend this last minute together. You can choose if you find in freedom by stretching the body open and expanding, touching everything, desiring everything, wanting everything. Why not? Of course, this is what every yoni wants. When we let her be untamed and freely speak. And maybe for some of you, because we are all different, so follow your knowing. Maybe for some of you, you want to embrace your body. And you want to bring your hands back into your body, your neck, your breast, your heart, your arms, your belly. And wash your body with this new wisdom, with the memory of infinity. Present with yourself, lover and beloved, here, expressing as pure loving. Let the loving be the only one here, swallowing lover and beloved, swallowing your yoni in the heart. Continue in the silent for a few extra moments so that you can impress in your body the somatic experience of your heart remembering infinity, your yoni remembering that her home is the heart. So this is not a dance we do for just 20 minutes, but this become an ongoing awareness in your body. Taking a moment to really receive yourself in the expansion and the contraction of your breath, the expansion and the contraction of the heart beating. And you stay open and available in the places in between. The yoni throbs in pleasure, just like the heart. They're one and the same. The depth of the yoni is at the level of the heart. When the yoni opens, it opens at the level of the heart. They're both red and deep and wet and lubricated. I want to invite you to take another couple of breaths. And Rhianne is gonna take you into breakout room.
So I'm really inviting you to feel into that quality of no beginning and no ending, to this quivering, to this undulating, to this rippling, to the breath moving through our bodies. It's only us who brings beginnings and endings to our experience. So we're going to put you into breakout groups of 3. And I really encourage you to see if you can speak, if you can share with each other from this embodied place that you have opened up in your own body, in your own being, in this meditation. Really share from the deepest vulnerability that's available to you in this moment.
My suggestion is when you land in the room of 3, you don't go into any chit chat. We will keep time for you. You'll have 3 minutes each to share. 3 minutes is a very long time. And the woman that share, I want to invite you to close your eyes. So you let the body speak, let your heart speak, let your yoni speak. You don't have to make sense. No one needs to agree with you. You don't need to be accepted. You can even just growl and rowl and oomph if that's what your body feel like saying right now. The 2 women that are listening, this is very important that you don't comment on anything that gets said. You don't have to agree. You don't have to say yes, no, me too. Just listen and receive this woman expressing like you're receiving a sunset at the beach. There is no judgment. You don't have to have any idea about her. See her like a force of nature expressing. And let your body receive her. You can keep undulating and open your heart because guess what? You don't have to respond to her sharing. This is so liberating. And so this is a very powerful practice to learn to share from my body wisdom and to receive another talking with my feminine body that listen with heart and sex and belly. You don't listen with your mind. So very important that you don't comment. We will write for you in the chat when the 3 minutes are over. You just say, thank you. Next one is talking. And intuitively move from one to the next one. Otherwise, you're just losing time, because after 10 minutes, we will call you back. And the only things you have to do when Rhianne breaks you in the group, there's going to be something appear on your screen, and you have to accept that you're going in the breakout room. And if for any reason it's only 2 of you, because one lady didn't make it, she got lost in the ether, she dissolved in the mystery, just stay the 2 of you and start the sharing. One of you talk and one of you listen, and then you'll have 3 extra minutes to feel each other. Don't go into chit chat. Notice the desire to make it light. We don't have to make it light. We can keep it deep, because we like it deep, actually. So enjoy.
So the question for you to contemplate is, what have you discovered, or what are you discovering about the relationship between your heart and your sexuality? So enjoy each other, and we'll see you in 10 minutes. Welcome back, beautiful women. So how was that? How was that real cultivating that quality of receptivity which reaches beyond our personal lives? We're going to gently invite you to share with us. You're welcome to unmute yourself or to chat and pop into the chat box, but we'd love to engage with you and to feel you, to feel your challenges. Ilona, did you have your hand up?
Oh, I just unmuted my speaker on my microphone, but I can definitely say something. To
Sure.
me, it was a sublime experience to share with this beautiful new friend of mine, Lucretia. We haven't, we have never spoken, and here we are, and within 5 seconds, they are just that complete understanding and empathy and energy flowing. So this really was a wonderful experience for me. And thank you, Valentina, and thank you, Rhianne. Rhianne, I really, really appreciate. It was a beautiful, beautiful experience. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
sharing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Lucretia,
Lucrezia, yeah.
how you say it so
I
beautifully, Valentina.
um yeah, so it's so beautiful to share after that meditation. It just felt so open. Like Elena said, we've never met before, and it just felt like such a deep sisterhood right away. Which is which I'm so open to, and what I'm those are the friendships that I'm inviting into my life right now. So having that space with a complete stranger was so beautiful. Also, just recognizing all of the judgments that I have in my head. My heart is so open and so big. Right now, I feel that I can only let go on the dance floor. Otherwise, I feel quite numb sexually. So I'm trying to dance more to make that more of a regular feeling. But what Valentina said about the getting it reversed, where the heart is what does the fucking and the yoni is what does the love making, is or that's where the love comes from, is, yeah, it's something that I have experienced, and at some point I lost connection with it. So at one point I felt like, oh, I've been getting it all wrong, and then I realized I have felt that before, so I have to come back to that. So yeah, thank you for the invitation. It was quite deep. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So beautiful to hear your voices and your inner landscape.
I don't know how to put my hand up, so here I am.
You're welcome. Just get in here.
Yeah, it was quite amazing just to connect with Rose. And I don't know, there was this very open thing going on between us, and almost nothing really was said. But we have similar problems, where I don't like to call it problems, but difficulties with our heart connecting with our yoni. And it was really quite an amazing experience. I don't know how you chose us, but just to hear what Rose had to say, and it was almost the same experience as me, that we are disconnected. I mean, I know mine has a reason. I was sexually abused from when I was born to when my father died when I was 19, and it was much safer to be out of my body and definitely have a completely separate compartment in my yoni for sex. My heart was never involved. And so this is what I'm really here trying to do after all these years, is actually exactly what you're asking, or what you're guiding us to do, is to connect our heart with our yoni. So I really appreciate being here. And I can't say during the meditation that I felt such a lot, but I felt a glimmer. And I think for me, that was actually a huge glimmer. It was a little glimmer for other people, but for me, it was fantastic. So thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing.
Can you hear me?
Thank you, Judy.
Eugene,
Yes. I just
we
want to
can
check.
hear you. A bit muffled, maybe be
Okay,
closer to the mic.
Many things have fallen away since we started moving and went into that space that you held so beautiful. My glasses are gone, so I can't see where the hand is. And something went wrong with my speakers as well. But anyway, here I am.
When you stay so close, it's perfect. If you come
Okay.
close, we can hear you
Okay.
very well.
So really a beautiful experience. Thank you for that, Valentina. What really stays with me is how core breath is, and that it's something that I definitely want to deepen and want to change my relationship to. So I'm a singer, so it's very ironical but I'm very aware of the fact that there's times where I just stop breathing. And to connect heart and yoni through breath, to simply follow the breath and allow the breath to help me connect deeper, felt really, really strong and beautiful. So thank you.
Pleasure.
It's beautiful to feel you're unraveling and you're undoing and you're letting go, surrendering control of being all well put together. Eugenie, thank you.
Even your clothes fell off.
Everything fell off.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I couldn't care less. Basically, I was just in it anyway.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Let's stop caring about appearance, but give time and intention to the substance of our beingness. You know, so much as women, we waste so much time in appearances. And at the end of the day, what we appear is a reflection of the substance of our being. And so if we culture the substance, then what we appear is always a revelation, you know?
Beautiful.
Yeah. Hey, Shireen. Unmute yourself, sweetheart.
Hello, beautiful women.
Yay.
Hi. I'm just so grateful. Thank you so much. I will next time figure out how to put the screen on. I miss being seen when I'm being vulnerable. And I was in a beautiful room with two exquisite sisters and I could see them, and that was so comforting for me. So thank you. And the other really incredible moment for me was so clearly feeling in my body during the meditation the limitation with such clarity in my heart yoni relationship. And yeah, that clarity was incredibly beautiful, and I'm deeply grateful for it. I know exactly where I am. What a beautiful thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Shireen, for your reflection. Lovely to hear you. I see there is another hand up. I'm just going to interject one moment because I just read a comment that someone wrote. I just want to read it because it gives me the giggle. Ka shared, I'm aware of how I fragment myself too much in everyday life. I feel open and connected in my body, my vagina, and heart really married. I feel headless. What is amazing. I truly believe that this is a spiritual journey. I love this headless, you know. Sometimes I say, I feel I'm running around like a headless chicken. Maybe it's a good thing. No, just heart, just body, and being completely headless. Maybe we can revisit this, you know, truly feminine. Thank you, Ka, for the inspiration. And Rocco Pleca, please, you have to tell us, spell your name, pronounce your name for me. You've got your hand up.
Rupleka.
Rupleka, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Valentina. Thank you, Rhianne. Thank you for reading that comment just now from Ka, because it took me straight to 20 years ago when I did a mosaic, which is a woman's body with no head. And this is 20 years ago. And at the back of the mosaic, my words were the exploration of the bubbling of life in my vagina. And I've put the mosaic away somewhere, so I'm gonna go find it. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Thank you for your teaching and your guidance. I joined halfway through. I found the head of the snake, the black cobra. I think the word is disorienting. And so the movement was disorienting. And your teaching was allowing the movement into the depth. So I remember the phrase, the tail is by the head, and that is where the lightness is. It follows lightly. I found, and I said this to the beautiful woman that I was with, the marriage of the vagina and the heart, a gory business. So nothing beautiful about it. And there was some adjustment in my head, in myself, about beauty and reality that I think is what is happening. So that guidance, and in the experience of the guidance, felt like the physicality of the bloodiness and the stickiness and the hairiness of the vagina and the bloodiness and the musculature of the heart, finding it's the movement, it's the it's the finding your way when you finding a new home, the moving in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rupleka, for expressing what's moving for you. I think there's Val, came back.
Yeah, I also lost you for a moment. I thought you popped
Oh, it's
out of
like,
the
no,
call.
dropped off the call. There was Marian's hand raised, but I see Anahi. You're the one whose hand's up in the right now moment.
Can you hear me? Is it fine?
Yeah.
Amazing. With the headless analogy now, it reminds me actually of the Hindu goddess Kalima, where she chops off the heads of illusions and demons. But I find that, well, for me, I feel like she also chops her own head sometimes, well, a lot, to die and to be rebirthed. And I feel like it just reminded me of that, with letting go of the mind and just dropping into the body, to the heart, to the yoni, to what's here. So yeah, just reminded me of her. And yeah, thank you, Valentina and Rhianne. This was so refreshing, and it felt so good to drop into my body and to be touched, and to, yeah, I don't want to say like too much. I'm feeling cold not to say too much, but from the experience. But the only thing is that I want to share is that I feel like being witnessed in is my profession. I'm a sensual masseuse, but it's basically like sex work, but like, and it, yeah, as a sensual masseuse. And, you know, it's tiring because I feel like it's the realm of like the immature masculine being played out and the immature feminine being played out, with women objectifying their body in order to gain money, security, safety. But there's also power play in exchange with that, and men kind of using money, like focusing on instant gratification. Like it's just very sticky, and it just felt so refreshing to just, yeah, to just kind of feel myself, feel my eros not being used as a manipulative way. Yeah, and just being. So thank you for that.
Yeah, liberating, give it freedom. Sexuality as a movement of freedom. And often is everything else. It tied us into stereotype and personality dynamic. And the Devi cut her own head is called the Chinnamasta. I put it in the chat. It's, of course, everything is an expression of the Shakti, is always Kali, but in that specific form, she cuts her own head and there is this blood spilling from the body. Chinnamasta. You can go look it up. And Mariel, do you want to share? You're back.
Yeah, I was, or I'm still very insecure about sharing, I have to say, because I love the exercise. I was like, oh, this is what my body needs, and I feel so constricted, and that it starts to vibrate. But then in the breakout room, it went wrong, and I really feel that my anger is coming up really high, very fast. So, and I feel I cannot listen to women sharing. It's really hard for me to listen to the shares and also to have the text popping up. And yeah, I just need to say it. It's not against someone personal, but it's just like this, all these words, all these stories, all these personalities. That's
The world is made of so many humans. They're so annoying sometimes. Wouldn't be nice if it was just me and God.
or
We
if
have
you
to
could
do.
just dance, just dance and leave it all outside.
100,000
honesty.
faces of the feminine.
Yeah, thank you for your honesty. This is so welcome and beautiful. It's refreshing. There is also anger. It's not always so easy and lovey-dovey. So thank you for bringing some of the anger into the container. That's also part of the fierce feminine. And well, thank you for bearing with us all this time, with all this talking. There's something that keeps you here, though, hey?
Yeah, and there's also a lot of sadness now, it's like, it's like to the bearing, really, it's really the bearing that yeah. And,
The bearing
yeah.
of?
Yeah, all these words, all these stories.
Do you feel they touch you deeply? Do you feel so intensely everybody's story? You make it your own? Is that the intensity? No.
No, I feel some of it touches me, but many I feel it's just mindless. Mindless. Also the texting that pops up, it's like mindless texting. Why do I need to know when people are leaving? Why do they think everybody needs to know? It's judgment. I hear it's a lot of judgment and
Lots of irritation and annoyance, and there it is. Welcome that.
Yeah. And yet when we exploring the depth, is capacity to feel, you know, I realized that actually the essence of this whole course we're gonna run, Sexual Awakening for Women, develops capacity to feel, to be present with everything, without attaching one identity to nothing in specific. This is what it offered me, that I can be in the midst of chaos and let it happen, and it doesn't have to affect me or create reaction, but just capacity to include it all. Oh, everybody's pissing me off today. Oh, yes, yes. The people are irritating me. As long as I can have yes, I'm still able to stay present. If it becomes everybody irritates me and I close the door and I close the door and I push away, this then hinder my capacity to really be present in life. So I really appreciate that you brought forth all your irritation, but you are still here. It's so beautiful. This is the capacity. Yeah, you see the messages, whatever, what the fuck, I don't care. But I'm staying with all that moves, even if I don't like what I'm witnessing. I'm staying, I'm here. This for me is this capacity to love, even what I don't like, even what I don't prefer, even sometimes what I don't choose, but it's here. So I stay, I'm here to stay. This is the capacity to expand the body of love, because we are here to stay into infinity. Love, the current of Eros that move through the feminine. So thank you for being the representative of this too. Really appreciate.
And I wanted to just present something that Alexandra wrote into the chat, which I feel touched by, and it's a great noticing that there's really great power in our receptivity. And it's something that, you know, in the conversation, people referring to starved feminine can really feel that we're not that receptive in our living, loving lives. We're so busy giving and doing and taking care of other people, and that to receive is almost a foreign thing, even though it is a primary principle of the feminine. So I really just wanted to presence that. And then also, Anastasia, you said you wanted to chat and you didn't know how to raise your hand. So if you want to unmute yourself, be welcome. In the shadows.
The light's a bit bright. Yeah, for me, it just felt just that's doing such a simple exercise and undulating of the body and the spine, how much it did open up for receptivity and just drop all of us, as well, certainly the experience with the woman in the breakaway room, into such a different open space. And sort of ask myself, why don't I just do that every day, even if it's 5 minutes, because my experience of my life will just be so different, you know. And I've done Valentina's course before where we did the Tandava, and I just remember how expansive I felt for months after that, you know. And that was, I think, a lot of that just, I mean, there was a lot of stuff we did, but yeah, it's that deep feminine, just, you know, aching to come out and be connected to. So it's really, so thank you. And I'm signing up.
Yeah, fantastic, Anastasia, will be wonderful. And I also want to say, you can use this as a resource. We spend 20 minutes in the practice. You're all gonna get the recording. Use it. You know, you quickly fast forward, or, you know, take your phone and record the meditation only as an audio. And then you have it in your phone. It's 20 minutes. When you feel you need it, you just play it. Yeah, just as resource, it's here, it's available. We can keep coming back to it. For me, this is also the power of this course, that although I've been teaching for 15 years, to come back to do this process again, it's still so nourishing for me also. These practices is not that once we know them and we've done it, okay, what's next? The reality, there is nothing next. There is no next. There is only this. How deep can I go back to this and to keep returning to the same practice? When the practice don't change, they show us how much we are changing. That's the beauty of this timeless practice. And so for everybody, I hope you all gonna join us, because I'm really enjoying this energetic. But if you don't, it doesn't matter. We are together anyway, all the time, forever. Use the recording, deep in. And in these places, we are always together. When we go into these timeless places, you become the heart of reality. In the heart of reality, there is a whole of humanity. You are with everybody. And I just really want to give you this as a gift, because I know a lot of us feel really lonely and we think we're different and separated. And actually, in the heart is our solitude, is where we all meet. In the heart of our loneliness and solitude, where we think I am the only one, I tell you, everybody knows this. And by paradox, there is where you meet everybody. In that place, we all together when we feel lonely. It's a great paradox, but remember this, because it really helped me. This was what one of my teachers gave me, when I was really struggling. Even in the meditation, when you go deep in meditation, is a lonely place. It's you and the divine. And sometimes it's intimidating. But in that place, we are all together.
I'm really looking forward to traveling for a year with a cohort of students who have a big yes for deepening and opening and awakening together, and for calling each other to be more of who we really are, for reflecting the truth back to each other. And to really support each other to be magnificent, to really rise and shine and bring our power and our service to the world, because the world really needs women who are waking up to and taking responsibility for the reality that we're creating through our desires. And so, yeah, I really look forward to the journey, whomever is hopping on board with us. Some of you've already hopped on board, some of you are on the fence, some of you are thinking about it, some of you know that you're not right now, it's not the right time, and it's all perfectly okay. I'm also looking really forward to playing with Valentina, my beautiful friend. We've had a big journey together. We've done a lot of processes, a lot of gatherings and events, and yeah, we're continuing to grow and unravel. And I think that's my desire for teaching this round of sexual awakening for women, is for my own deepening in my own practice, for my own embodiment, together with all of you. So yeah, welcome, and looking forward
And
to
I
the
just
journey.
want to add, for the one of you that maybe are still on the fence, or even the one of you that enjoy spending time together, I've got a couple of free events coming up as part of this wave of celebrating the starting of the course. So on Friday at 2 p.m. South African time, 1 p.m. Europe, there's going to be a live on Instagram, Tantra School of Fascinating Wonderment. Maybe we can add this to the follow-up mailer. And I have another webinar next Tuesday, the 1st of April, full days. The fool is headless. So I thought, what a great day to celebrate the women. All crazy. So we meet like this we spend another 90 minutes together with some practice. It's called Making Love to God, which you already had a taste of it tonight. So we can take it from here onward.
Yeah. Thank
Shall
you,
we
beautiful.
wrap up?
I think so. Thank you,
Yeah.
Val, for a beautiful guided meditation. Thank you all for being here with us. And yeah, I just wish you so much delight on your journey.
Bye-bye.
Lots of
And
love.
blessing on your marriage. Today you got married. May long live your marriage of heart and sex into eternity. Ciao, ciao.
So much love.
Ciao, Arabella. So good to see you.
So good to see you, Valentina. You look amazing.
Thank you. You too. Ciao, amore.
Yeah.
Mm.